Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing an off-the-board layout and I am using this really interesting pin. I'm not exactly sure like what it is for, but all of those circles reminded me of this cut file that I have from my Creative Cuts stash, and so I decided that's what I was going to use. I am starting off with some plain white cardstock that I've taped down to this foam board so that it dries nice and flat, and I have pulled out some Dilutions ink in Fresh Lime, Dirty Martini, and Chopped Pesto, and I am just inking up my paper. I don't have it prepped with anything, there's no gesso or anything, and I am not really particular about how the pattern is because this large cut file is going right over the top of it, so you're just going to see the green from behind it, but it's not going to be like the main focus. So I am just kind of playing with it. I added a little bit of water and I'm just kind of spreading out a little bit of the splotchiness, but once I put that cut file over the top, I realized I don't really have to do much more. Now I did pull out my box that I do a lot of misting of cut files in, and that's just kind of to protect the outer area of my desk, and I'm spraying that entire cut file with some Kaisercraft mist in charcoal, and it looks black. So I did test it before I sprayed it and it does look black. Now everything is dry, and so I backed the whole cut file or the whole paper on black because that cut file is also black, and I really like the way that it looks, and it finishes the whole thing off very well. And I'm going to just adhere everything down with my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And this was a little bit of a process because by the time you get to the outer ones, the inner ones were drying. So what I did was I got as many done as I could and went ahead and laid it down, and then I kind of like just lifted it up and added more glue to the ones that weren't adhered. Now I did put plastic over it while I was pushing it down just because I didn't want to pick up any ink off on my hands or anything like that, just in case there were any damp spots. So that's pretty much what that was all about. And I also did not want any of the ink to get on my silhouette mat. I have trimmed off the edges as you saw there. I have also cut on my silhouette my title, and that title is going to be Let the Radventure Begin. And I know that sounds kind of funny, but the reason I use the word Radventure is because the brand of bikes we got are Rad Power bikes. And so I thought that was a nice play on words, and that was pretty much why I chose to use Radventure. Now I did pull this green bike, which is oddly perfect because our bikes are actually this hunter green color and the background is green, and I did not plan that I would have this green bike, but when I pulled out this sticker set from Jen Hadfield, I knew that there was a pink one, and then I also saw there was a green one, so I was pleasantly surprised that it was actually green. I wasn't really sure what color it was going to be when I was looking for it, but I knew it was there, so anyway. And then I had cut my title twice, and I am layering it up one on top of the other just to give a little tiny bit of dimension and a little stiffness to those letters, mostly because they're going over the top of that other cut file. It's not something that's necessary, and if you really want a lot of dimension, you're going to have to do 3 or 4 layers. And so that wasn't my main goal at this point, but I did want to add a little bit, and I figured I had it cut twice, I might as well go ahead and use it. So I did have to clean up one of them because my blade setting was off a little bit. I had swapped out my blade, and so that's why it was cut twice. So, and I'm just using the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to stick the 2 layers together. And I really like how it looks. And then the photos are of me with my bike and then me and my husband. This is our very first ride on this bike. We went up to the very back part of this park that's by our house. It is a county park and it goes up into the mountains, and we took the trail as far as where the pavement ends, and then we went completely beyond that over the rock and dirt as far back as we could go without going like up in the mountains super high or anything like that. So it was like a 6 mile ride, almost 6.5 mile ride, first time out on these bikes, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. I gotta tell you, electric bikes make life so much easier on a bike. You still have to pedal, you still have to work at it, but you kind of get to decide how much work you want to put into it by adjusting the pedal assist level as you go, and of course using your gears. So I like how it's coming together. I am just kind of playing with where the words nestle together around the bike. And the reason I chose to use that cut file with this particular photo is those circles with the lines coming out remind me of bicycle tires with the spokes. Now, of course, a bicycle tire spokes do not come all the way outside the circles, but that's what it made me think of. And it was perfect with the inspiration that I had for the off the board Pinterest pin that I had pinned at some point in the past. So I thought that this would just be perfect for it. I did pull out this flower from, my goodness, I don't know why I can't think right now. It is from Vicky Bouton's Color Study. And I'm just using that one flower. I do have more of them. I actually have more in green, but I'm just using this one. And then this little clip is also from Color Study, and it's just one of the stickers. It's not 3D or anything like that. It's just a flat sticker, but I'm putting a little bit of foam behind it to pop it up to give it a little bit of dimension, and I like how that looks. This is kind of, well, I guess primarily it is a monochromatic layout. It's all greens and then black and white. And I really like the way that it all comes together, so hopefully you also enjoy it. I do pull out these little black word phrases. Those are also from the same Color Study collection, and I really like those. I can tell you what the words say if you give me just a second here. And then I am using, of course, my favorite stamp set with a label. That is from Stamp Market, and unfortunately, my apologies, you cannot, it's really hard to find. I shouldn't say you cannot get it anymore, because I'm sure with enough digging you might be able to find it, but it is very hard to find, and it is discontinued. But I love it, and I use it quite frequently, and I get people asking me all the time what it is. So those little black labels say Spark Some Joy, Amazing, and so the one that's going to be at the bottom of the page will say So Excited. I tried to get this one that says Here Now on the page, but it doesn't make the cut. I just did not like the way it was nestling. Well, it wasn't nestling, so I just end up not using it at all. I do really like the way that this black and white looks on top of this bold green color background, and so I do use the black and white file tab there and also the little banner piece. Now from the Brave and Bold collection from Amy Tan, she had these magnetic shapes, and so I pulled in that heart. It's like there's a heart on each side, they fold in the middle, and they're magnetic to hold onto the page. And that's not something that I've ever bought before or used before. I actually don't know that I've even seen them before, but I thought I would give them a try. So that striped piece, the striped pieces are from Vicky Bouton, but not from Color Study. It's from one of her prior collections, but I'm not sure which one. I did cut the banner flag or the fishtail end off of it, and it's tucked there behind the flower. And I just like how that's just bringing a little added pizzazz to each one of the embellishment areas. And I am keeping them fairly simple because there is already a lot going on with the mixed media and everything on this layout. I will pop that heart up onto some foam tape, and it's going to go right on top of that file tab folder or label. And I like how that's going to look. And while I work on that, I'll just remind you that Off the Board is going on all month long over on Crystal Barrett's channel, which is Pineapple Papers, and I am trying to play along every day this month. We will see if I make it. I don't know at this point if I will or not, but we will see. So come back and take a look tomorrow and see if I've got another layout for you. Actually, I'm sure I do tomorrow because I already have a couple of them in the can, but I definitely don't have the entire month in the can, so we will see. I am adding a little bit of foam tape underneath that one that's up by the bike because the bike is popped up onto some foam tape, and so it needed some added support. The little hexagon puffy sticker is also from Amy Tangerine's Brave and Bold collection, and I really like how that looks too. It's super cute, and it just says good vibes on it, and it's just the perfect colors. I am using my acrylic block just like I almost always do to hold down anything that is being held together with liquid glue. So that is the completed layout. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I don't answer every single day, but I will get back to you. So just hang tight and I will respond. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye.